How's it going, everyone? It's Sylvain again. So hopefully you're having a great week. On today's video, I'm talking about the digital currency Dash. So without further ado, let's jump right into the presentation. All right, let's get into the presentation. So Dash, your money your way. So that's what this displayed on dash.org, the official website. So let's go over to the next page. So references. So what I'm using for this here. So it's dash.org, so the official website, and then the Binance US Telegram AMA on the 30th of March 2020. So there was just a discussion between Ryan Taylor, the CEO of Dash Group, and then one of the member over the chat there. All right, so you're probably asking, so what is Dash? So digital currency that is focused on the payments use case. All right, transactions almost instant within 1.8 seconds, so incredibly secure. So Chainlocks eliminate the possible 51% attacks, and then micro fees, trustless security, and also governance. So what I mean by governance, so the master nodes, which I'll explain just in a couple slides here. So they're summoning projects, summoning votes. So each master node consisting of, you need 1,000 Dash to be part of that. Then you have one vote for projects and stuff. So that way, if something's brought forward, then you can either decide to approve or not, and then the community as a whole, decides if a project goes on or not. So the next one, so what problem does it solve? All right, so it's really important in cryptocurrency. So what is it going to solve, right? So Dash solves many of the challenges with legacy payment systems. All right, so a lot of progress have been made in Venezuela, Brazil. So a lot of currencies experiencing difficulties with the inflation and stuff like that. So it comes right as digital currency that's quick to use and then can be used at any merchant essentially. So moving value cross border as well, remittance. So same thing, you probably think about the Western Union Cash, all those places where you can do remittance and stuff. It costs a lot, and obviously it's going to go through a third party, and it's going to cost a lot of fees, and also take a lot of time to get from Canada, let's say, to any other country in the world. It's going to take quite a few times. So that's solving one of that issue. So Dash also eliminates chargebacks for fraud targeted industries, slow transaction speeds, and also high fees for remittances as well. All right. So when I'm talking about remittance, a lot of fees, but for Dash, it's not even a cent, to send, like, let's say $100. So really no fees, barely, in Dash. So that's another problem that it solves. Let's say if you compare to BTC with a lot of fees, that's not the case for Dash. So main features, that were discussed, obviously, the Dash platform, Chainlocks, masternodes, which I talked about, the governance, and also InstaSend, also another feature of Dash. So what is the Dash platform? So new features to the network. So it's still in progress right now. So one, it's a decentralized API, the ability to store data in the Dash network, and also ability to create an identity, username based, and interact with other users via their usernames. Enables developers to build apps for Dash for the first time that reside on the Dash network. So the usernames that will be quite helpful. So the opposite of just putting in the complicated address, you'll be able to use a username and send money that way. So that's something that's coming up. So excited to Chainlock. So we're talking about the Chainlock. So every time a new block is published, a random but deterministic set of 400 masternodes essentially vote on the validity of the block. Within 6 seconds, the masternodes resolve the block and issue a chainlock, which is a cryptographically verifiable message that lets the network know that is the only valid block for that block height. Even an attacker were mining a longer chain in secret, the secret chain is instantly invalidated by the validity issued block. Oof, that's quite the sentences here. And in this way, there's no incentive to attempt a 51% attacks, and they're impossible without controlling most of the Dash coins in circulation. So in other networks, like we've seen last year with Bitcoin Cash, this happens. So if a lot of miners would take control of most of the mining capability, they could, attack the network that way, and then, generate something new, or attempting to take over without, and doing bad things essentially to the blockchain in place. So now the masternode. So masternode, like I said before, masternodes are an additional layer to the Dash network that performs special functions for the network, such as processing chain locks and insta-send transactions. So to be that, you need 1,000 Dash or more. And then you can have the opportunity to operate a node. All right. So I think now, so in the US, so 65. So you're probably looking at $65,000 for that to make it happen. All right. So not impossible if you want to invest, but also something. One thing you can think about is number of services offering Dash staking as well. So I'm going to talk about that a bit later on. But you can partially contribute to a masternode. All right. So I've been looking into that. So it's something to keep in mind. Masternodes are compensated with the block rewards in a similar manner to miners, and then masternodes earn about 60 to 70 Dash per year currently. So where to buy? So you're probably wondering, okay, where can I buy a Dash? All right, so most big exchanges offer Dash. And think about Coinbase, Bittrex, Kraken. Those big exchanges, they all offer Dash. Specifically for me in Canada, CoinSquare, you can directly buy from Canadian dollars. So that's another thing you can also do. And then if you're wondering where to buy, here's the website, dash.org again, and then it's a really good website. You can find what you need on there. So if you'd like to learn a bit more about Dash itself, so I thought about a few ideas here for you to go out and look. All right, so on YouTube, Library, Vibervid, BitChute, most people share their contents on multiple platforms now. So Cash Alternative TV is one great place to start. On YouTube, you're going to learn a lot about Dash, really knowledgeable person that's been around crypto and specifically Dash for the last little while. Christopher Caruthers, also known as Tao Satoshi. And also Digital Cash Network is also good. He's on Library as well, making podcasts, talking to a bunch of people, so that's always good. Dash News, also another channel you can go on, especially on YouTube. Discord. So Discord, there's Dash Nation, and then also Dash Talk as well. And then Telegram, Dash News, and Dash News Bot also available, so you can stay updated with all the latest news on Telegram. So a lot of great place to go. I'm going to put those links in the description. So if you'd like to join or have access to those creators, that'd be great. You can learn way more. All right. So resources. All right, so if you don't know where to start with Dash, all right, so I suggest you go dash.org, official website. You're going to find a lot of information in there. Dashnews.org as well, really good for all sorts of content, news-related stuff on the projects. For merchants, discover dash.com, so that way you can find where to, you can spend your money. Also gives a lot of details for merchants that'd like to get involved as well. What I was talking about masternodes, so for people who'd like to have a masternode, that means 1,000 Dash or more. 1,000 Dash, you'd get access to a masternode. There's a website, masternode.io for hosting services. Crowdnode.io, so you can become part of a Dash or masternode that way. And also, I've just recently found out a place in France, Field Mining. You can also contribute to Dash masternode, so you can stake your Dash over there and then earn some rewards out of it. And then I was just told by Christopher recently, Kraken Exchange staking coming soon as well. All right, so this completes the presentation on Dash. Hopefully, if you're new to crypto, hopefully you learned something new about Dash or anything really that could be relevant to you. You know where to buy it, you know where to find more information. So at least I presented that, so I think that's good that way. If you're from the Dash community, feel free to comment, share even more information about the projects you're working on, or if you'd like to come on the show and discuss what you're again working on. So that'd be great. So hopefully Again, this was great value to all of you. Again, make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications to be reminded of upcoming videos, and then make sure you share with your friends, and then comment, share some thoughts, provide some feedback, and I'll get back to you next week. Have a good one. Bye bye.